それではパート16始めていきたいと思います。
ついに233時代にたどり着いたのだ。けど接続先はまたしても檻の中なのだ。
来たみたいです。
I apologize for the cage. I'm afraid this situation has often required of me a more primitive code of conduct than I might otherwise have chosen. I am Gehn. I assume you've heard of me. Yes. Well, I suspect you have acquired some false information of who I am now. Not that my son would have lied to you about me. No, not Atris. It's just that, well, I'm sure he believes me to still be the depraved father I once was. Yes. I even tried to kill him once. God, if I had accomplished that, who knows what I would have become. A great father indeed, who tries to murder his own son. Thankfully, he trapped me on age 5, a prison of my own creation. No books, no precious inks, no ages to link to, nothing but my own foolish ambitions. That was 30 years ago. 30 years, 30 lifetimes, what does it matter? No sentence could be too harsh for the man I was. But I have changed. Be sure the deeds of my past can never be completely atoned for, but my mission was an honorable one. I'm sorry, this is all a bit awkward. It's been a long time since I've attempted to persuade anyone of my intentions. Most of the people here have already made their minds up about me one way or another. I myself do not trust the words of most men, so I don't expect you to believe me. In the end, though, you may discover that I do have more than mere words to offer. Atris's choice of punishment has been hard on the people of Riven. Many have suffered because of it. The island has been steadily decaying for years, but according to my most recent measurements, it appears that the 5th age has entered its final days. Unless the villagers can be relocated soon, the island will collapse entirely and everyone will perish. It has taken me a long time to do it, but it appears that finally I'll be able to make some substantial amends to my past transgressions, especially in, well, I'm afraid I've had some trouble with Catherine and the moiety. In any society, there will always be a small percentage of the population with rebellious tendencies. Before Catherine appeared, the moiety, as they call themselves, had been relatively harmless. I mean, the natives here are a fairly violent people by nature, but I'd almost come to accept their presence. Upon Catherine's return, however, their violence intensified considerably. It seems she's become some sort of religious savior to them. As far as I can tell, she's come to believe this herself. So I've had no alternative. I had to separate her from her people. The actions of Catherine and the moiety have put my own life at risk on numerous occasions. Consequently, the lives of all the people here. Therefore, I must ask you to refrain from any attempt to free her. although I'm sure Atreus desires it. Indeed, he must desire it with all his heart. But he is completely unaware of her recent state. Which brings me to the point of all of this. The linking book you brought with you. You're very fortunate to have recovered it. If I may. Thank you. Perhaps it would be best if you went through first. You may need some time to decide. That is reasonable. Please understand, there is nothing I want more than a chance to resolve matters between Atreus and myself, especially in light of what has become of Catherine. But unless you are willing to demonstrate to me that your intentions are honorable, I cannot risk it. The sanctuary I've been writing for the islanders is nearly complete. After all these years, it would be a shame if I were unable to finish it. The work I am doing is quite demanding. Please don't signal me unless you've decided to use the book.
Gehn には2回くらい殺されてるのだ。はっきり言って信じてないのだ。
ゲーンの野望は消えていないので、何とかしてゲーンを牢獄の書に閉じ込めましょう。
昔のラボに戻ってきたのだ。もう一回233時代に戻ってきたのだ。
I'm relieved you've returned. I thought perhaps you had decided against it. Here, I shall follow you directly. Please. You're free to go. But I think you should not come back unless you're willing to use the book.
ちょっと切れてたのだ。
牢獄の書に接続してみますか？
え？ 牢獄の書に接続したら閉じ込められるのだ。接続したくないのだ。
All right then, once more. The only path open to you now is through this book. Take it.
お先にどうぞ。なのだ。
You see, I have changed. There was a time when I might have let you live. I made that mistake with Atris once. It's a pity you decided not to give me a second chance. Well, there's still time.
短期すぎるのだ。
接続しないとダメそうですね。
All right then, once more. The only path open to you now is through this book. Take it.
結局閉じ込められたのだ。おや？
どうやら第一作目のように向こうからこちらの様子を確認することはできないようですね。
すごい迷っているのだ。
前作だと牢獄の書に2番目に接続したものは最初に接続したものと入れ替わりに閉じ込められました。
来るのだ。出れたのだ。
ゲーンの位置、つまり檻の外に出れたようですね。
ゲーンは牢獄の書の中なのだ。
見えませんが、そうらしいですね。今回はここで終わりとします。ご視聴ありがとうございました。